continue reading the article that we have been reading for the last 6 weeks, written by Professor Hammond. Members of the Academy of Sciences and the Arts of Fyrom on the origins of the Macedonians. Respected members of the Academy of Sciences and Arts of the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, such as Fanula Papazoglu, on page 4 of her dissertation states, Macedonia, disappearing as a state, stopped having rights in history, but the Macedonian people did not disappear. They continued to live in the framework of the new political community, the Roman state, having kept ethnic characteristics, language, religion, and customs. And, dear friends, on page 333 of the same book, the same dissertation, she says, Macedonia, a province of Greek language. End of comma. Other individuals and periodicals of the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia Academy of Sciences and Arts in various studies have accepted the Hellenic origin and culture of the ancient Macedonians. As mentioned 2 weeks ago, Ivan Mikulkic points out the northern periphery of the Greek world, inhabited by ancient Macedonians and other peoples and tribes, wasn't developed for democracy as the most developed social system at that time. The publication Macedonian Heritage adds, during the early archaic period at the Macedonian territory, the Dorian tribal groups came across over the Pindus mountain. They established several early principalities, partially by chasing away the local Paeonian tribes. Those Dorian tribal groups were the ancient Macedonians. Vera Petrakova-Grozdanova says, the lower part of Vardar, which in Greek is Axios, is certainly the area south of the Mir-Kapija gorge, that entered Hellenic cultural sphere very early and already before 600 BC. The material culture is thoroughly Hellenized. End of quotation. In addition, Vera Grozdanova writes, the art of antiquity left in the region of Ohrid a great number of traces of its own presence. Illyrian forts imported goods from Greek centers and imitated them in a modest fashion. Political advancement of the Macedonians and their domination enabled cultural influx that manifested itself through products of crafts and alphabet. From the times of Philip II, deeper advances in the area of Lychnidos, which is Lake Ohrid, are attested. Cultural influences of the Greco-Macedonian world are present. Rich Hellenistic culture arrived at Illyrian soil. The publication Archaeologica remarks, certain proto-populations occupying distinct areas of the Balkans could be distinguished on the territories of the cultural groups. In western part of the Balkans, the Proto-Illyrians, in the east, the Proto-Thracians, in the south, the Hellenes. In the northern part of the Balkans, the Proto-Dacomysians, and in the southwest of the Central Balkans, the Proto-Bryges. No mention of the Macedonians has been made since they were Hellenes, or Greeks. Paeonia was located in the middle of the present-day Fyrom, having Astybus as its capital and Villazora as one of the most important cities. Professor Fanika Veljanovska declares, these are her words, Paeonians are people who during the first millennia BC inhabited the border area between the three great Paleo-Balkanic peoples. By those she means the Illyrians, the Thracians and the Greeks. Veljanovska mentions no Macedonians since she considers the Macedonians Greeks. Vera Petrakova-Grozdanova asserts, Greek epigraphic monuments created before definitive Roman domination of our area are to be found in modest quantity. Moreover, Dr. Petrakova states, study of the inscriptions speaks about epigraphic characteristics of the neighboring Macedonian Hellenic world. She also mentions, dear friends, having the central position in this part of the Balkans, Paeonia, Paeonia, apart from receiving influences from the Hellenic south, wasn't an exception with regard to influences from Illyrian and Thracian sphere. Dr. Petrakova Gozdanova would not have made such a statement if she did not feel that the Macedonians were Greeks living south of Paeonia. Victor Lilkik describes life in Paeonia and the northern part of Upper Macedonia by saying the following: the quantitative ceramic material used to be produced with the usual process, including the labor of persons, partly because of that, partly because of the traditions that had taken root into our soil, which with centuries before that used to be watered with Hellenic spirit and Hellenistic way of life. The use of the building ceramics had been brought to minimum. We shall continue with this very interesting discussion, dear friends, God willing, the following week. May you all have a great week. So,